next scenario, we're going to work on a different portion of Fukyugata Ich. This particular portion is after that second low block. We've got the step, punch, wind up, low block, right? So what we're going to work on here is the idea, just put your hands up here, the idea of moving the hand away, elbow strike. So that's the wind up for the low block, can be elbow strike. And then that next low block can be the takedown. For our purposes, we don't have the mat, so we just want to work on the parry, grab, elbow strike application for that low block. So how we're going to set this one up is it's a clinch scenario, and the reason why they're clinching up, they're getting in close and they want to choke you. Okay? So what we want to try and do is, as we're kind of moving around, they're shoving back, as they go to reach for your throat, you want to get that hand across the parry, grab, and an elbow strike multiple times. They're probably going to pull their hands back to cover up, you shove, and you run away. Okay? So, what will happen is we'll start from the clinch, we'll move it around, and then you can be, maybe throwing some stuff. But once they start to move that hand towards your throat, parry, grab, and elbow strike, shove, and run. Okay, now, they might get a hold of your throat. In that case, so go ahead and reach up. If they get a hold of your throat, it's best to pivot. If you go this way, right, you're going into the choke. That's no good. So we can use that inside chest block motion here, or from Naihanchi, right, that hammer fist. We're going to, here, just to get that off, back into the elbow strikes, shove, and run. Okay? So, if they do manage to get a hold of you, still knock it off, elbow strike, you're still doing push-ups. The idea is you want to try to keep them from not grabbing you. So we're in here like this, right? He goes up for the grab, here, elbow strikes, and out. Okay? So let's do one. So we start here, moving around, right? And run. Okay? Now notice in that case, he really sucks. We almost got, but I was able to parry, grab, and I got a few really good shots off. And he did instinctively, what did you do? He started covering up, and that hand even pulled back, because I was getting as many good shots in there, and off, okay? If, like last time, remember another thing that happened, got in there, he started ducking down. Remember last time we were doing this? He ducked down. Perfect for me. I just went into my knee strikes, the dropping elbow, shove, and run. So what we're working on is the kata teaches us some combative principles and gives us a technique or two to illustrate that principle. But we're not bound or locked into the kata itself. So when we're working this, the principle we're working on is the parry, getting the outside, using that elbow strike, and getting in a position to flee. But if it doesn't go quite right, okay, something else happens, he actually gets the choke on. Well, you got to do something else. The kata shows us, other kata shows us the other things to do. We've got that inside chest block, or the hammer fist from Naihanchi, following up, doing other things, and going. So what we're trying to learn here is, yes, we're applying the aspects of the kata, but let's not be contained or fixed within the kata. If things aren't going exactly right, we improvise, we use other principles and techniques from kata to follow up. Okay?